Nice to see you, and thanks. I'm glad we're doing this again today.
Me too.
I wanted to just jump right in if we can, and I wanted to share with you. There were a few messages came in, but one really stood out to me, so I wanted to share it with you, and then we can talk about this a bit today. It says, "What can I do when I'm feeling completely overwhelmed? I can't help but feel afraid of where this is all heading. I know I'm supposed to think positive, but it feels like denial, like I'm just trying to ignore what is really going on in the world. Sometimes things feel completely out of control and I don't know what to do next."
Wow, what a great letter. I imagine a lot of us are feeling like that right now.
I don't know, there's always encouragement to think positive and, but I think there's also a real reality to what's going on and it can be paralyzing like we talked the other day. So what are some of the things that we can do to get us out of this sort of stuck place?
There's so much underlying fear, so much in the collective unconscious right now. So many people are feeling it. So just want to acknowledge it and the overwhelm that the person who was writing talked about. I was speaking to someone earlier today who needed to get on a conference call, and she was texting me, and she's accomplished and lovely, and said, "I can't move from my dining room table." She was almost paralyzed. So in that moment, what can we control, right? She could go brush her teeth and put on lipstick and go sit in front of her computer. There are several things that she could do differently, right? But I think acknowledging that it's a really normal feeling, everything that we're going through is normal, but not, like we said last time, not to sit in it. So I mean, I don't know, when I ask you, what do you think you can control, what comes up for you, or what is out of your control? Either way.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I saw a little thing being passed around Facebook the other day, and it was a chart, it was a circle. And on the outside of the circle were a lot of examples of things we can't control, like the virus, like whether other people are distancing properly or not, whether other people are hoarding toilet paper, um, whether the government's doing a good job or a bad job. And in the center was some things that were very specific that we could control, which is our own reaction and responsibility to, we're going to call it physical distancing, and also what we put our attention towards, the news or movies or things like that, what we eat, like you suggested. So it was already going around yesterday. So this is a perfect time for you to bring this up. So Beth and I do that a lot, where we're getting really frustrated. We're like, can control, can't control. And we try and, make a game of focusing on the things that we can control.
Right. Under normal circumstances, it sounds so fantastic to say, focus on the good. But when there's so much going on and we are not in our normal routine, which might have quieted some of this, how do we gently bring ourselves back to, like you were saying, what's in that inner circle of what we can control? So one of the things is to make sure we're eating right, make sure that we're doing the physical distancing, but socially connecting with people through phone calls or FaceTime or Zoom. And then one of the things that I love to do, and I work with my clients on this, is watching your breath. Because when things are feeling like they're out of control, so we're saying to people, don't watch the news, so then they may feel afraid because they don't know what's going on. How can we center ourselves in our loving? How can we bring ourselves back to gently what is in our control? And the number one thing is to start to watch our breathing.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up because, I said Beth and I make a game of this, and I realized that, I'm here doing a video with you, so you're catching me at a good point in my day. So it's easy for me to say, I'm making a game of this and we're challenging each other. But the truth is, that's not always true.
Right.
And I'm not always, and other people aren't always in the headspace to even be able to step out of it enough to say, what can I control? What can't I control? Everything feels out of control.
Absolutely.
And so I'm glad you brought up breathing, because it's one of the things that would be nice for us to do today, is give somebody some kind of tool that they can use when they're not in a space to be able to sit down and make a chart of the things that they can and can't control and then make choices based on that. But maybe they're a little too overwhelmed to even comprehend that.
Absolutely. I have a breathing skill and I did not invent it. People talk about it, but it's very simple and I really like it. It's where when you catch yourself in fear or immobilized, to try to remind yourself to take a really deep breath in. And when you're breathing in, say, I am safe. You can say it out loud or to yourself, and then hold that breath for just a second and then exhale, all is well. So you're breathing in, I am safe, and you're exhaling, all is well. Would you be willing to try it with me?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. All right.
So I'm going to settle back in my seat
Okay.
and just see if you can relax your shoulders just a little bit. And in this moment, take a deep breath in and either inside or outside say, I am safe.
I am safe.
All is well.
All is well.
All right, give it one more shot.
Okay.
I am safe.
I am safe.
All is well.
All is well.
Beautiful. And often, if we do it enough, that I am safe, all is well, will start to become our thought as opposed to focusing on what's out of our control.
That felt great. And thank you for sharing that. And hopefully we'll see everybody again soon, right?
I look forward to that. And you know, if people subscribe to our YouTube station, our YouTube channel, they can write in questions that we could answer, and we'll help anyone that we can.
Yeah, that's right. You set up Doug and Kelly Now on YouTube, correct?
Exactly. Yes. So they can subscribe and ask us any questions that they want to hear answers about.
That would be amazing. I would love to hear from everybody.
Me too.
Thank you again, Kelly.
Thank you. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.